this with plastic. I said, babe, it's, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, he can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I parked my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
First carry for Darius Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Smith. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on second down is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. A little 360. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Newton now on second down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Newton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll hand it now to Geis. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And an alley to run. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a 1st. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing is Smith. Steps away to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Smith. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good, way wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
McCaffrey following the penalty. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
20.
On second down, here's Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
20.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
56. Mike, 56. Mike, 8. 8. Come on out here.
To throw on second down, Newton. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. A nice gain of 21 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. McCaffrey on the counter. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. Let's rock now.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Spins away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
15, yeah.
On 1st and 10, Smith. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Newton now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss, and 28 toss was their bread and butter.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he missed it. It's no good. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah. We'll
find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Yellow, yellow.
Play action. It's Smith. Rolling to his left. And an alley to run. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st down, Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Smith. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw on second down. Newton Funches with a catch over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Hey, hey. Express.
To throw on second down. Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll go on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. Buying time to his left. Letting one go. And it'll be intercepted. Intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, a run with Townsend. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. On 1st down, it's Smith. Pass the 20. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Geis. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now Smith. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Smith. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Caught left side by Funchess. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And they'll run it here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Great. Shoot some.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Gano's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now a handoff looking right. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about right a finish to this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match. The way you hold on to it, they got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Carolina, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey.